Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Well, good morning. It is Friday, January 19th. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Well, Baltimore, it was a nice thought. Amazon released their final 20 cities in their pick for their new headquarters, and Baltimore did not make the cut. Maryland is still in the running with Montgomery County. Washington, D.C. is still in the running, as is Northern Virginia, but other cities included are Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Denver, Indianapolis, L.A., Miami, Nashville, Newark, New York City, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Raleigh, and Toronto. Now, called HQ2, the new facility will cost, now check these numbers out, at least $5 billion to construct and operate, and will create as many as 50,000 high-paying jobs. Amazon has said that the second headquarters would be a, quote, full equal to its Seattle campus, and the tech giant estimates that its investments in Seattle just in the last 6 years have resulted in an extra, another big number, $38 billion to the city's economy. And with that, it's no surprise that Governor Hogan is pulling out all the stops. He issued a statement, and I will just quickly read it. It says, "This is tremendous news for Montgomery County, our entire state, and further proof that Maryland is truly open for business. Maryland put forward an extremely strong group of sites that were all supported by the state with incentive packages totaling more than $5 billion, including road and transit improvements. Going forward, we will continue working with our partners in Montgomery County, including County Executive Ike Leggett and his team, to ensure that we do everything possible to bring this project home. This news is certainly welcome, but the real challenge lies ahead, and Maryland is ready to meet it." In a somewhat related news, Apple is also soliciting to build another headquarters. Up in Glen Burnie, the Nurturing Hands, H-A-N-Z, massage parlor, not to be confused with Nurturing Hands here in Annapolis, was busted for prostitution yesterday. Hwazi Jin, 56 of Brooklyn, New York, and Young Joe Truman, 52 of Silver Spring, were both arrested on prostitution charges and massaging without a license. The Market House in Annapolis is closed. On Tuesday afternoon, Harvey Blonder, who currently operates the majority of the vendors in the Market House, received a 30-day notice from the city to vacate the property. He immediately laid off all of his employees and began dismantling the Market House yesterday morning. When questioned, he sent a simple text out, said, "Market House closed, employees laid off." Now, the Capital newspaper caught up with Mayor Gavin Buckley yesterday morning at the Anne Arundel County Chambers of Commerce legislative breakfast to ask his opinion, and Buckley replied, "I'm happy about that." Buckley recused himself from the Market House vote because of his business ties to Jody Danek and some of the other partners in New Market, which is the new vendor for the Market House. The Capitol also says that New Market lead partner Jody Danek has started negotiations with Blonder to purchase any existing equipment that they may be able to use. He may also want to go check out Jerry's Subs and Pizza over there on Bay Ridge Avenue. That's getting ready to close too. Next up for the Market House, 3 committees of the City Council need to meet and hammer out a lease. Presumably, New Market has to accept the lease that they hammer out. Then it has to go before the full council for a vote. They are still hoping to get it open before the tourists return this summer. And I'm not sure whether Buckley is trying to make up with Blonder or not, but at the legislative breakfast, he laid out his vision for City Dock, which includes a boutique hotel that he dubbed the Maritime, in a partnership between the state, which owns the Captain William Burtis House, Harvey Blonder, the same guy who was just evicted from the Market House, who owns the restaurant and the building which is now currently the Annapolis Yacht Club, and the city. The proposal includes space for pumps to handle some of the flooding down at City Dock, a relocated harbor master's office, and a park called Lafayette Square. Sadly, contrary to what he said on the campaign trail, there was no mention of the Eye on Annapolis Ferris wheel. This idea has been floated around for quite a while, and Blonder said the early plans call for a 100-room hotel with 300 to 500 underground parking spots. And this is all kind of in an effort to reinvigorate the City Dock Master Plan, which was shelved under former Mayor Mike Panelides. Now let's lighten it up a little bit before we get into George Young with DMV Weather and your weather forecast. Sunday is the NFL Conference Championships. At 3 p.m., we've got the Jags and the Patriots, and just because we don't like the Patriots, we say go Jags. And I'll tell you, boy, did they do a great troll on Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh. A local bakery down in Jacksonville sent Roethlisberger a package of 7 turnovers, which is the number of turnovers that Roethlisberger had given them over the season. Great troll. Way to go, Jacksonville. 6:40, you've got the Eagles and Vikings, and being from Philly originally, my roots are still a little bit deep, so I'm just going to say...
I'm Sean O'Neill, your local RBC Wealth Management Advisor. When you choose to work with me, you'll have access to a worldwide network of financial products and services only available from a leading global institution. RBC's international reputation for physical strength and stability, world-class capabilities, and corporate values is unique in the financial services industry. I also recognize the importance of reinvesting in the communities in which we live and work, and I'm committed to serving my clients by building long-term relationships based on trust, integrity, and confidence. I look forward to helping you with your wealth management needs. Call me, Sean O'Neill, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast for Friday, January 19th. Yesterday was a nice one with temps overperforming a bit and jumping up into the mid-40s across Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County. And today will very much be the same with max sunshine and temps again in the 40s. Then comes the weekend with even better conditions as the sun continues to shine bright under the influence of high pressure in the skies above, centered over the southeastern United States, which will allow even warmer temps in the 50s to settle in all the way through Monday. So make your plans now to get out and about as much as you can over the next 3 to 4 days as we get our second serving of a January thaw in an otherwise very cold month statistically for the region. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free weather app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, and follow us on our website at dmvweather.com or on Twitter or Facebook so you can always stay weather informed. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Enjoy the bright and sunny and warmer weekend weather ahead. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
If you're looking for local sports, it's right here, right now on the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief.
Hey guys, Kevin here from Shellback Sports with your Anne Arundel County sports update. Starting with varsity boys basketball, South River's at Chesapeake. South River won 59-56. Southern was at Glen Burnie. Southern won 65-57. Over to girls varsity basketball, Old Mill was at Broadneck. Old Mill won 56-40. Chesapeake was at South River. South River won 71-39. North County at Severna Park. Severna Park won 43-37. In varsity wrestling, there were meets between North County and Severna Park. North County won. And Chesapeake at Arundel. Arundel won. And finally, the Maryland Terrapins are back to 500 in conference play with a 77-66 win over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. That's all I got for you today, guys. Make sure you check out my podcast on Facebook at Shellback Sports and also on Twitter at K Cheney Sports. And let us all be thankful that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not playing football this weekend.
I'm Sean O'Neill, your local RBC Wealth Management Advisor. More than likely, the primary reason you save and invest is to achieve your life goals while ensuring your long-term financial well-being. But before you can determine your preparedness towards your goals, you need long-term answers to important questions about how much money you need, where it will come from, and how long it will last. RBC Wealth Plan, a new industry-leading tool, is now available to help answer these questions and develop your personal plan using a conversational approach. With RBC Wealth Plan, we can create a personal analysis based on these unique goals while offering you the ability to weigh certain decisions and determine what's best for you and your family. Call me, Sean O'Neill, today at 410-573-6723 for a complimentary consultation.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Need to make plans for the weekend? We got you covered. Here are our top picks. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for the events newsletter with a listing of all the upcoming area events.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, thank God it's Friday. Hey, I'll tell you, let's get right into it. We got a lot going on this weekend, and it kicks off tonight at Metropolitan at 8 p.m. You've got a trio of bands, Def Scene, Del Florida, and Leo and Cygnus, and two-thirds of those guys played at the Amps and Ales Festival this fall, and they are really good. I do recommend going there if you go to Metropolitan. It's only $8 cover, gets underway at 8 p.m. Metropolitan right there on West Street. If rock is not your genre, head on over to Union Jacks, and the Sam Grow Band is having their birthday bash. $10 will get you in the door there, and this will be a really good time to see Sam Grow. He is just about to pop on the national country scene. Tomorrow, the big news is the March on Annapolis, and this is the anniversary of the Women's March in Washington, which was also held here in Annapolis as well. But it gets underway at Lawyers Mall at 11 a.m., and after about 18 speakers, it will proceed down to City Dock. And the 18 speakers that they have include Mayor Gavin Buckley, Judge Claudia Barber, Vicki Bruce, the editor of the Arundel Patriot, representatives from Planned Parenthood, and more. How they're going to fit 18 speakers into a 2-hour slot, I don't know. That'll be interesting. 11 a.m. at Lawyers Mall in Annapolis. Now for Sunday, if you're thinking about getting married, there's a Wedding Savvy Summit at South River Golf Club. It gets underway at 9 o'clock. Tickets are $35 a couple, $25 each. You can get them at the door. And it's not just a wedding expo like a lot of them are. This is actually a lot of one-on-one, a lot of consults, and it's quite a different scene. If you're interested in winning some tickets to that, head on over to our Facebook page, All Annapolis, and we've got a contest there. We're going to pick a winner today at noon. A little bit later on Sunday, Shuck Like a Pro for the benefit of the Oyster Recovery Partnership. They've teamed up with Grapes Wine Bar in Annapolis on Forest Drive, one of my favorite places in town, and they're going to teach you how to shuck an oyster. After you're done, you get to eat the fruits of your labor, along with a 3-course lunch, a selection of wines, and, of course, your oysters. That gets underway at 1 p.m. It is a benefit for the Oyster Recovery Partnership, and the cost on that is $75. A little bit later on Sunday night, over at Maryland Hall, you can fear the Reaper, because Blue Oyster Cult is coming into town. There are about 50 seats still available. Tickets are available. You can get them at ramsheadonstage.com, or you can get them at marylandhall.org. Blue Oyster Cult, wonderful band, 8 p.m., Maryland Hall. Kind of a musical weekend. Have fun, enjoy it, be safe, and we will see you on Monday.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.